In the world of software development, there's this really fascinating debate happening right now. It's a clash that pits the very ideals of open collaboration against the moral compass of the people actually writing the code. We're going to dive into that.
So, just imagine for a second, you pour all your time, your energy, your passion into creating something you think will help people, and then you find out it's being used by groups you totally, fundamentally disagree with. I mean, what do? This isn't just a thought experiment, it's a real problem for developers all over the world.
To really get this, we've got to put ourselves in the shoes of the creator. The developer who's up late, just grinding away because they have this vision for something that can make a positive impact.
See, for a huge part of the open source community, this isn't about getting rich. It's pure altruism. They genuinely believe they're building tools to improve the world, to share knowledge, and to lift everybody up. It's all for the greater good.
And here's where it gets messy. More and more, developers are seeing their projects get picked up by, say, fossil fuel giants, or maybe oppressive government agencies, organizations they see as doing real harm. And that forces a really tough, personal, and ethical question on them.
So, the solution that seems to pop up first is pretty straightforward, right? If you don't want bad actors using your software, just say so. Put a clause in the license that forbids any use you find unethical. It feels like you're doing something, like you're taking a stand.
But here is the major twist. This simple, elegant solution, this weapon against misuse, it almost always backfires. Instead of hitting the bad guys, it ends up doing a lot of collateral damage, often to the very people it was supposed to help.
This quote really nails the problem. It's a 1-2 punch of failure. First, these so-called ethical licenses, they just aren't effective at stopping the people they're aimed at. And second, they end up creating a ton of problems for the open source community itself.
And this slide just lays it out so clearly. The intended target? Big, powerful organizations that, let's be honest, often act like the rules don't apply to them anyway. But the actual impact? It lands squarely on the well-meaning developers, the good guys who do try to follow the rules, and now find themselves stuck in a mess of conflicting licenses.
I mean, think about it. Is a multi-billion-dollar corporation or a huge government agency really going to be stopped by a couple of extra lines in a text file? No way. They have teams of lawyers. The weapon just flies right past the intended target and hits all the smaller projects that can't possibly fight back.
So not only are these licenses not working, they're actually causing real harm. They're undermining the very spirit of collaboration that makes open source so incredibly powerful in the first place.
The magic of open source is how easy it is to share and build. It's like a giant public box of Legos. You can grab pieces from hundreds of different people and click them together to make something totally new, all without having to call a lawyer for every single brick you use.
And this is that chain reaction in action. It all starts when one developer adds a restrictive license. Suddenly, their Lego brick has special rules. Now other builders who want to use that brick find that it doesn't fit with their other pieces. This creates friction, it slows everything down, and at the end of the day, the entire system becomes weaker for everybody.
Okay, so if using licenses to fight evil is a bust, what's the alternative? I mean, what is a developer with a conscience supposed to do?
Well, the alternative is a big shift in thinking. It moves the focus away from legal documents and towards direct human action. It's all about what creators can do themselves outside of the code. And yeah, it's a lot harder, but it might just be a lot more effective.
This is a totally different kind of responsibility, right? The goal isn't to control your code once it's out in the wild. It's about controlling your own actions. It's about having the guts to speak up, to refuse work that does harm, to support the people around you, and to just pour all that energy into building good things.
But let's be real here. This is not the easy route. You can't just type this out and be done with it. This is the long, hard grind of activism and just trying to live ethically. It takes a ton of courage, it takes persistence, and it takes a serious, long-term commitment.
And that leaves us right here, with the massive question at the very heart of this thing. Once you build a tool and share it with the world, is it just a neutral object? Or do you, the creator, have this ongoing duty to be its moral guardian? There's definitely no easy answer, but it's a question that the tech world is going to be wrestling with for a long, long time.